Chapter 1. The Weakest Hunter. We are introduced to Jinwoo, an E-rank hunter, the weakest of all hunters. Hunters are individuals who enter dungeons to hunt monsters, and the dungeons have various difficulty levels, A, B, C, D, E. Jinwoo struggles to support his family, barely scraping by and frequently risking his life in dungeons. In this chapter, he is assigned a low-level dungeon raid that he barely survives. Jinwoo is forced to take up dangerous tasks due to financial desperation. Chapter 2. The Hunter's Raid. Jinwoo joins a team of hunters for a dangerous C-rank dungeon raid. The dungeon turns out to be far more dangerous than anticipated, and the team encounters a deadly trap that almost results in their deaths. The situation worsens when a trapdoor leads the group into a lower-level, higher-ranked dungeon. The team is massacred, and Jinwoo is left on the verge of death. However, despite all this, he manages to survive. Chapter 3. The System appears. After narrowly escaping death, Jinwoo awakens to find a mysterious, floating interface in front of him. He is given the system and now has the ability to level up, something that no one else has in the world. His first task is simple: survive. The system gives him a quest to clear the dungeon that has trapped him, and upon completing it, he will be able to level up. Despite his initial confusion, Jinwoo begins to realize that the system might be his chance to change his life. Chapter 4. A chance to grow stronger. Jinwoo is tasked with clearing a beginner dungeon. The monsters are weak, and he is able to defeat them with the help of his new system. He completes the quest and is rewarded with experience points EXP. He levels up, but the system still feels cryptic and vague. He becomes more intrigued by the possibility of growing stronger. Chapter 5. Training begins. Jinwoo begins to train using the system. He realizes that he can improve his physical stats and abilities, something that is not possible for regular hunters. His body becomes stronger, and he starts to recover from the injuries he sustained in the earlier dungeon. He completes quests that improve his physical condition, and the system gives him valuable rewards. This marks the beginning of his journey to become stronger. Chapter 6. The First Dungeon. Jinwoo tackles a small dungeon on his own. He clears it with ease, thanks to his newfound abilities, and continues to level up. He's also able to summon items and equipment through the system. This chapter showcases his growing strength and hints at the deeper mysteries surrounding his abilities. Chapter 7. Hunters, Guilds and Attention. Jinwoo's newfound power begins to draw the attention of higher-ranked hunters and guilds. However, he still remains somewhat of an enigma. He continues to take on more dangerous tasks, quickly becoming a force to be reckoned with. Despite this, Jinwoo keeps his abilities under wraps and does not reveal the full extent of his growth. Chapter 8. A Dungeon Beyond Normal. Jinwoo faces a much stronger dungeon with a higher difficulty rating, and he clears it alone. His abilities and the power granted by the system make him more than capable of handling these threats. By now, he's become so strong that he is able to complete dungeons with ease, but this also causes him to draw the attention of other hunters. Chapter 9. The Rise of the Shadow. During one dungeon run, Jinwoo encounters a particularly strong monster. After defeating it, he experiences a new power. He can summon shadows of fallen enemies. These shadows serve as his personal army, offering him an advantage that no other hunter has. His shadow army becomes a powerful asset, allowing him to continue growing stronger. Chapter 10. The First Shadow Soldier. Jinwoo continues to harness his new power. The shadow soldiers he summons are not mere illusions, they have form and power, and Jinwoo commands them with ease. As he grows stronger and more confident, he begins to realize that he may not just be a normal hunter anymore. His journey towards unprecedented strength has begun.